Hi, I'm Jacob Reeves, a senior tax manager here in our Newport News office, and we are going to be going over some business provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act here.
Hello, I'm Kevin Forget. I'm a tax manager in the Charleston office of Brown Edwards and Company. We are excited to be going over the business provisions of the One Big Beautiful Bill that was passed July 4th, 2025. As some refer to it as OB3, so we may or may not interchange how we're referring to the bill, but there's a ton of information in here. So, a part of the bill that will limit some work down the road, not this year, unfortunately, for your 1099 miscellaneous and 1099 NEC, for all you small business owners out there. The threshold for reporting giving out a 1099 has gone up pretty substantially from $600 to $2,000, meaning you will not need to give a contractor a 1099 if they did $1,200 worth of work for you in the past. This does begin after 12/31/25. So it's not going to be for this round of 1099s we'll be doing in January, but the next year some administrative burden will be reduced for you. On the other side of this, with credit card transactions in 1099K, the reporting threshold has been moved to 200 transactions that are in aggregate over $20,000. So instead of receiving 100 different 1099Ks if you're in online business for using eBay or things like that, the limit is much higher, or the threshold for reporting on a 1099K. Now that is effective for 2025 going forward. So after 12/31/24.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Kevin, but I think that 1099K reporting, that's going to help a lot of taxpayers, individuals that they're just trying to sell their used furniture and things like
Yeah,
that on eBay or
eBay.
Venmo or Facebook Marketplace, that we were getting all these 1099 saying you have income, and we're like, no, we don't.
No, we don't. And
So it'll
it's
be nice to get that reporting off.
yeah, well, it's going to release a lot of administrative burden from the 1099 NEC and miscellaneous side. And then on the receiving side for the 1099Ks, trying to deal with it, that brings up a lot of questions. How do we report it on the return? It wasn't actually income. So it should hopefully alleviate some administrative burden, which honestly is very surprising anytime they pass a bill where they're
Yeah.
giving you a little relief there. It's usually makes things more difficult, but this is one aspect they got a little nicer in.
Yep. Yeah, we're hoping anything that can cut down some IRS paperwork so they can get through everything a little faster.
Uh, we'll take it any day of the week.
So, qualified small business stock has been a hot button issue the past few years, but they did actually sort of expand and make some edits to it. So, they've now modified the exclusion of gain on sale, so you can get it kind of phases in now. So, you can still get some benefit even if you sell too early. So, it's now 50% if you've held the stock for 3 years, 75 if you've held it for 4, and 100 if it's been held for 5 years. We're not going to get into all the nuances that have previously applied that still do, but they have kind of made some gradual gains to make this even more and more relevant and a planning topic that we want to consider. So they did increase that gain limit from 10,000 or 10 million to 15 million, or 10 times the basis of the stock sold. And now they just made it inflation adjusted. So that way we don't have to keep revisiting this year over year to try and get it increased to what the current market is at. They're just really starting to adjust things for inflation that they didn't used to do. So you do still have that limitation that assets have to be under a certain threshold prior to the issuance of equity. They did increase that from 50 million to 75 million. And they're going to also inflation adjust this one as well. So we're starting to see those increases coming in. So this is definitely a hot topic that is not going away anytime soon.